YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Tuesday 10, which is an open collaboration hosted by Cindy at Studio Lou, where she takes 10 items out of her scrap bin and doesn't stop until she makes something with all 10 things. I do a version of that where I take a bunch of stuff out of my bin and I go for about an hour. So cheers to us. I need to make a little bit of space. We're getting tight here. Okay, so here is the work that we have to do. Oh my god, this is awkward. So we're going to sort through this. Whoops, and this. So we have something to do with that. We have this, which has got that envelope, elephant stamp. I don't know where to put that. I'll put it over there. We've got paper. We've got some more yellow paper, which I think yellow-orange, which is fun. I want to do something with this because it's a beautiful elephant gray. We've got some envelopes for pockets. This is a piece of German background paper, another envelope. Really pretty gold filigree. Really pretty brown. Some spare paper. Here is exhibit number 1. I don't know what this comes from. This comes from a magazine. An elephant on it. I think that the reason why I had the gray felt was that I had thoughts of doing that. The gray felt is now part of the cover, but I do have this. So I am thinking we could probably do that on this with paper. It's my thought. Don't know how it will turn out. We've got this, which is a frame. Got tissue, which has got some nice background to it. And we have, I think I showed this the last time, this is Sally Go Round the Sun. And I emotionally have got to get to the point where I can take this page out and maybe we can use this as inspo for that whole gray outline kind of thing. So the first thing I need to do is get some courage. The art in here, I understand why she likes it so much. There's just such good, like, look at that color. Do an entire journal of just like that. It's sort of like a pre-junk journal. If you look at the kind of like images that are in it, how the stuff is arranged. Like, it's so yummo. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Like, do a whole thing with that. Okay, focus. I need to cut this out. I believe I have the blessing of Cindy. This book is to be used. Whoops, that's going to tip. And so it did. There. Yay us. Do I want to take this one out too? Let's take it out. And then just have it as inspiration. I think that's all the elephants there are. Elephants marching one by one. Oh, 80. There's another one. Ooh. I don't know. I think I've got enough elephants from this book. If we know that it's there if we need it. Let's not get ourselves overwhelmed. I'll put that on the floor. Okay. So, I think I could do one of two things. At least one of two things. I can use this as a piece of stationery, or I could just cut that out. And I think this will be better as stationery. And. Ooh, yeah. Yes, please. So what do I want to do? I want to do that and that. Top and bottom. Sure? Sure. There's another book that I have to tear. And that is that's a nice piece of paper. I got an Art Deco book recently, and it's so beautiful. And I need to touch it. I need to cut it up. I need to do this. And every time I put it in my hands, I go, oh, it's so pretty. And I never do anything with it, which is not helpful. Trying to think of anything to report. I don't know if there's anything to report, really. Haven't had any wild animals recently, except for Gracie. She nearly caught a rabbit. Did I tell you that? She nearly caught a rabbit. Now she gets all wound up every time she sees a rabbit at the window. Yeah, this would be good. Just something like that. And then that straight down there. Okay. Where'd it go? Where, here it is. Well, we're just going to use it. Just going to use it. Beely boo, beely boo, beely boo. I'm going to have to do a look-see to figure out where I'm at with all of the elephant ephemera. Oh, I still haven't what? I don't know. But whatever it is, I still haven't. There. Yum. Oh. This is coffee. It smells awfully good. I haven't coffee dyed anything in a bajillion years. That is a rough estimate. About a 1/4 inch? Oh, look at my eyeballs. That is like precisely a 1/4 inch. Hoo-wee. That is not straight. But we'll make it straight. Yep, we're gonna make it straight. So we got some spare paper. That's always nice. And then how wide is this? This is 7, so when I fold that, it's going to be 3, or I can fold it that way. So we've got one thing in the bag, as it were, so to speak, and we're just going to plug that in there. In the oven, 1 down. Woo-hoo. Do I want to cut that down? I want to cut this down, even if I don't use all of it. These 2 strips I think will be useful for cards. Cards and packets. Oops, that's not right. There. I am intentionally trying to go a little bit slower with the things that I do. When I think of them, when I remember it, etc., etc. I don't want that. I do not. Because slower, apparently, is helping me a lot to be create more satisfying stuff. There's one. There. I suppose I could keep it. Maybe not for this make, but I could use it. We've got this. Well, this is satisfying. Maybe not as great as a glue brush peel, but it's satisfying. So we've got those two things. One could be a belly band. One could be pockets. You never know. Am I going to make anything with them though, or do I just want to have it? I want to work on this, to be perfectly honest with you. That's what I want to do. There's no other way to talk about that. No, I want to do this. So, what do we have here? We have the idea of an elephant and then a lot of background being put on it, like the printing and the ears and stuff. The ears are fun. I like that a lot. I've got this, which we could use as the Stampy. We have this as a pattern. We have this as the paper. So I don't need to do this elephant necessarily because I have these elephants. And one of them this one is nice and big, though I want to keep that as its own thing. So that's another thing we've got to work with. Okay, maybe we do. So I am going to put you on pause for a second because I need to trace that as an outline because I don't want to cut it out. So putting you on pause, I'll be right back. And we're back. That was good. No major issues as far as I'm aware. Let's do a little bit of cleanup here. Put some of this to the side. So I have this, which we just cut out. I need to have something that's more solid against this before I cut it out, I think. Or not. Maybe we just cut it out. I don't know. Well, one way or the other, we have to cut it out. There, get rid of that. Uh-oh, careful what you say. Somebody's just showed up. She's popped herself up on the windowsill, which is normally not a risky thing, but I have a vase of tulips on the windowsill at the moment. And, oh, it took her like 2 seconds. Gracie, can you leave those alone? I know. Can you leave them alone? Maybe, we're not sure. She looks at me like, well, I did not approve these things. These were my, you don't have to sit that close to them, you goober. Hang on, I'll be right back. You're silly. You are a silly bean. Yes, you are. Leave them alone. Look at all the space you have. You got all this space. You don't have to sit over there. Widget. Honestly. I often think that there's a part of her that kind of understands what it means to be, that I'm talking to somebody and it's not her, and that there needs to be some the way to do this actually would be to do that as the negative space, and then it would be on one piece. Yep, that would be the way to do it. Okay. So I had a pencil that I used to do that. I have not been out of this room, and yet the pencil is nowhere to be seen. Hang on, I'm going to put you on pause again.